on word processing and desktop publishing in corporate communication. Both the corporate communication has close linkage with word processing and desktop publishing. The topic has three important segments. Number one, what is corporate communications? Number two, what is word processing? And number three, desktop publishing. They have a close linkage even with the information and communication technology. What is information communication technology? It is nothing but a unified form of communication and integration of all types of audio, video, processing and transmission networks. In fact, information technology is concerned with the acquisition, storage and transmission of text matter. And now we have with us two distinguished experts, Sri D. Nagarjuna, former head of the Department of Government Printing College, and Srimati G. Anija from National Academy of Agricultural Research Management. We will request them to enlighten our students on these three components. Let us begin with what is corporate communication. Corporate communication is the management of a two-way communication process between an organization and its publics to promote the corporate vision, the corporate mission, the corporate services, products and reputation, and gain public understanding. This is the essence of corporate publication. Madam Anija Garu, can you tell me from your experience how you are practicing corporate communication in your organization, that is NAM?
Corporate communications are many in an organization. Any communication dealing with its own internal public as well as external publics are called as corporate communications. This includes many forms of letters, memos, office circulars, newsletters, annual reports, leaflets, brochures and many such forms. Whatever we communicate through word form or verbally or through modern technologies like internet and many forms of social media of late, all these include corporate communications. So in my organization we also follow the same pattern,
both internal
and external publics.
What measures you take to motivate the internal publics, that is the employees?
Employees, we often communicate through the printing matter on the letter, as well as we also try to reach maximum number of employees through our intranet facility. So we always communicate all the circulars, memos and even office letters on a daily basis to all the employees through our intranet service. So this is most quick and efficient and effective way of communicating with the internal publics. So to reach the external publics, we have newsletters, that is quarterly newsletter, and we have annual report which describes all the activities and achievements of the organization in an year, and we also have leaflets or training materials and capacity building information to all the external publics who are all coming to our organization, so that we reach them effectively. And in order to build the brand, we also maximum try to reach the audience like this. So these communication forms are very important tools for a corporate communication practitioners like this, like us, all of us. So this effectiveness brings in how fast and how effectively you reach the public's target group, that is target audience.
So Nagarjuna, what is your experience about corporate communications or corporate public relations?
Well, I belong to the printing domain, and from the printing point of view I will be talking mostly from that point of view. And we are aware that printed literature is one major medium through which corporate communication is transmitted to all kinds of audience. You have a wide cross section of audience through which we communicate, and for that this word processing is one important dimension, And as the name implies, it is actually nothing but the processing of words. It is mainly related to the text component of what we communicate. The whole dimension of text is done through this word processing. And it is
see, what are the various, first let us discuss what are the various corporate publications.
very good, sir.
Then we can go to the word processing first.
Actually, we have many publications which are brought out by most of these corporate organizations, and the PR practitioner is endowed with a responsibility of bringing out these publications. Now, he has many publications which cater to the needs of the internal audience and the external audience. The internal audience, he has a limited role because it is only in form of perhaps newsletters or perhaps internal house journals or perhaps folders or a few brochures, mainly for internal consumption within the organization. But then when he is faced with the task of producing something on mass level, which we call it as mass communication, then his responsibility widens. And then he has to now plan for something in a bigger way, meticulous way, because here his role is not confined to something which is internal. It is now to a larger audience where he has to see that he is now producing publications on a large scale.
If I sum up, corporate publications are an important ingredient of corporate communication to reach out to the literate population.
Yes.
I think you see we can sum up these corporate publications as number one, house journals, newsletters, and a very important aspect of corporate publications is annual reports, brochures, corporate profiles, calendars, diaries. In all these corporate publications, I think you see the word processing and desktop publishing play an important role where they come into the picture of corporate communications. How do you define word processing, Nagarjuna garu?
I would say that this is really not a very big work because thanks to the technology that we have got. As a matter of fact, the human intervention in word processing is nowadays very little. We only need to get the text. Whoever supplies me the text, I route it through the computer, and honestly, the computer processes the words. Very little role on the part of the human being because the word processing is now so automated that now we have different softwares which can take care of that.
And what is the difference between the traditional typewriter and this word processing?
Maybe you.
Earlier, we have many ways of communicating. Initially, 2 decades back, in an office or dealing with the corporate communications, a PR person used to write physically on the paper with a pen and paper, and he used to communicate, and it's a cumbersome work. And later on, with the intervention of information technology and with the onset of computers and widespread of word processors like Microsoft Word, the work has become much easier. Otherwise, a typewriter machine used to be employed for the writing of letters. Then we slowly shifted to computer usage for the text typing.
For changes, it was a difficult process in a typewriter.
Yes, exactly.
Now in word processing, you can alter, you can change,
yes,
you can any times you want, you can change. That is the advantage of word processing.
Exactly, sir. So this word processor has made the work easier for the communicators to easily communicate with the target group. So this word processor, mostly the exact popular one is Microsoft Word. It is mostly used by many of the corporate practitioners. So this word processor has very easy to practice. So once you know what are the normal programs and how to open a program, it's very easy for a person, even a layman, to enter a text and then neatly draft a letter or memo or circulars or house journals, so that it's become easier. So once you open and start entering the text through a keyboard, then all the things are very easy to cope up with, either to go from one paragraph to another paragraph or one page to another page, or handling number of pages and repeatedly going back and then changing the text, or you can review the text and you can edit or delete the text whichever way you convenient, and according to the target group you can modify the text and you can go ahead with the text very easily. You can handle the text very comfortably. That is the most advantage of the Microsoft Word, which is being mostly used by many of the people across the world.
Then what do you mean by this desktop publishing? What are its salient features of desktop publishing and the difference between word processing and desktop publishing?
Well, there is actually a thin line of difference between word processing and desktop publishing. But desktop publishing is a very good area which has come like God sent for a PR practitioner. As a matter of fact, it is there in the name itself. Historically, publishing was done under different roofs by different people with different results. But desktop publishing is some wonderful system which is now brought to a desk. We are now sitting here and we have a desk here, and I am carrying out all the publishing activities
on the desk.
That is precisely
that's why it is named as desktop.
That is precisely the genesis behind this desktop publishing system. Basically, whatever be the brand name of a desktop publishing, this system has basic components. You have one monitor, you have a keyboard, you have a mouse, you have a CPU, you have a scanner, and you have a modem. The modem which can again connect you to the rest of the world. This desktop has all this here, and I am able to integrate all the areas of my publication into my system. This system enables me to have the text onto my monitor. Now the greatness of this monitor is that a common man is used to a monitor of a railway reservation monitor. There he only sees the text data and he gets the output of the text like he gets a ticket. But that is not so here. This monitor is a special monitor. That's why nobody tries to concentrate on the type of the monitor we have in the system. This monitor is known as Wyssowig monitor. Wyssowig is an abbreviation, W-Y-S-I-W-Y-G. Simple. It is a very simple sentence. What you see is what you get. Now this is a revolutionary change of what we have seen in the old redundant technology. The good old man never used to know how the page would look until he takes a print of that from the printing press. But now I am able to show you how the page is going to look even before you started printing. This is a vital thing for us, because there is no point when I take the whole page to the printing press, put it there, then you say I have to make some changes. It's impossible for us.
Earlier we used to engage artists in designing.
Very good, sir. Very good, sir.
Now I think
very good, sir. And another thing is that now the brush is replaced. Now the palette is replaced.
In desktop, no brush.
Now we don't have a brush, we don't have a palette, but I have 1.5 million shades on my computer system.
My God.
I have 1.5 million shades.
Shades and
coloring
stored.
Colors stored in my system. I have a mouse. I have now a software. All my brushes are now converted into tools in the software. I have different software programs to carry out all the tricks, all the things that I want to do, animation, or I want to do graphics, I want to do changes. I can do everything with the help of these tools, with the help of various software programs. Maybe I should tell you something about the software programs like PageMaker, like Photoshop, like Illustrator, like InDesign. Now we have QuarkXpress, which is a more advanced version for preparing layouts for your publications. So I think this DTP system has now taken over as far as print media is concerned.
So in supplementing sir's information, desktop publishing is nothing but a combination of text and visuals, display, presentation, convergence of text as well as images, and presenting them in a beautiful manner. so that it catches the attention of the reader. So there are many softwares, as sir said. There is the most common one used DTP software is CorelDRAW, and that is mostly used by many of the graphic designers, as well as it is easy for a person who is really wants to put his hands on. It's very easy to grasp. So it's the only thing is leave the mental block and then go ahead using the even desktop publishing softwares. So the Adobe Acrobat, Adobe products and Acrobat products and CorelDRAW and PageMaker, these are the softwares mostly utilized for this purpose. So once you are through this desktop publishing softwares, that makes the presentation much more easier. Even before the printing, we can view how it is going to take the shape. So it will add to your idea, saying that no, this idea should be presented in much more easier way, in a different manner, not the text followed by visual, not like that. It can be modified or done in many manners. So this DTP software allows you, the communication practitioners, to present your ideas in a much smarter way. So that is how DTP
what is what is the linkage between this desktop designing and printing?
Yes, sir. One thing is that printing is a very expensive affair, and when something goes, so all the activities in fact that we do on desktop publishing, we call them as pre-press activities. Pre-press activities.
So desktop plays the role of a pre-press.
We always insist, a printer always insists that whatever you want to do it in the pre-press room, do it in a nice air-conditioned room where you have the DTP system. Now you have, in addition to what I have said about the components, I have deliberately left out that, so that now with that role of that big device comes. That device is what we call it as a digital printer.
I see.
So now, sir, as you see on a WYSIWYG monitor, what you see is what you get. We don't simply see the text now, we see the illustrations. We enlarge it, we reduce it, we prepare the layout. Now, before you approve it and you send it to the press, we can easily take out a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get hard copy. We are able to have from the digital printer, I am getting a copy. A color copy, almost the same as you would have printed on a printing press on a large scale.
Right.
Now the printing machine is worth about 2 crores to 100 crores, my machine. I can't waste the time of the machine there. I calculate the machine time in minutes and seconds. So to avoid that, I do everything on my DTP system. I have an equally sophisticated digital printer. I take an output, and this output can give the final idea for us as to how our print will look, and you can then send it because of LAN, because of WAN, because of internet to anyone, or I can project this proof on the wall through my projector, LCD projector. Some people can see a soft copy. So DTP facilitates you a digital proof, a digital hard copy, and once these are approved, you can straight away go for printing.
Now, you see, actually, as part of corporate communications, the PR practitioners, even PR agencies, bring out a number of publications. Do you think that PR practitioners should acquire the required skills in word processing and desktop publishing as a technical person? Do you suggest that they should acquire these skills? What is your experience?
Certainly, it's more advantageous if the PR practitioner himself know the technology as such. Why? Because sometimes the graphic designers or the copy editors, they are not at your disposal. See, there is a chance of every chance of sending the press release, say in the last hour. So once you are getting acquainted with this DTP software, means you are skilled to do the things on your hand. See, it's always advisable to have a person who is assisting you in sending these publications or newsletters and all the press releases. But at the same time, once you are skilled, equipped, means you are more. It is more easier for you to dispose the work or reaching the people within the time. So In order to have this kind of reaching the target of time and space and many other activities while reaching the media, it is always advantageous for the public relations practitioners to get the skills of this DTP publishing software. It's not must that you should have detailed hands-on experience.
You must know the ABCD of
yes, exactly. ABCD
operations of both word processing
correct.
and desktop. What is your advice to PR practitioners, PR students?
My advice is that the PR practitioner should have an overview of the skills required for the DTP system, but he cannot be a master of the DTP system, because he is one of the tasks. Because for a PR practitioner, bringing out a publication is one of the many tasks for him. He cannot become an expert in that. But if he has a broad overview, a good background and the knowledge of the skills required for DTP, he will be in a sound position to get the work done than rather doing the work himself or herself. That I feel is the thing, sir. He should be able to have a broad view of what is the software required. So what does what? If he knows that, at least he will be in a sound position, so that no one can take him for a ride when he has to get the work done.
So thank you. As part of corporate communications, the PR practitioner has to reach out to different types of stakeholders, such as employees, customers, suppliers, dealers, general community, shareholders. In order to reach out to these stakeholders, corporate publications play a major role. So in order to reach them with the corporate publications, the PR practitioners must be aware of the fact that both word processing and desktop publishing play a major role in designing, in adding illustrations, and all whatever the makeup is done through desktop publishing. So PR practitioners must acquire those skills also. Thank you very much, Nagarjuna Garu. Thank you very much, Anija Garu, for coming and enlightening our students on this topic.
Subscribe Lakshmi
Thank
YouTube
you very
channel.
much.